King, you want to go ahead and get the intro in?
Yes, sir, man. We live and direct for an exclusive episode of Off the Cuff Radio. We're officially going to be on StreamYard in another week or two. But in the meantime, we're just going to give y'all an exclusive right here. And our guest tonight, from Buffalo, New York, the latest addition to Buddy Boy Entertainment. He got a new project out, and he got a new single featuring the East Siders titled Well Connected with Kokane, which is doing good numbers. He's here to tell us his story, his grind, his journey, and what he's got for 2025. Let's all welcome the Real Skitso to Off the Cuff Radio.
What it do? What it do?
Hey, what's going on, man? How y'all tonight?
We good, man. We literally chilling. Like, we literally chilling out here. It's like Buffalo weather all over the country.
Yeah, I know, man. It's just going crazy here, too, man.
Man, look, that snow came down like Escobar reincarnated and dropped a couple of packages out there, man.
Man, word, man. I hope the weather get better a little soon, man. Get tired of snow, man.
Yeah, man. Skitso, reading your bio, definitely impressive. Yeah, repping the east side of Buffalo, New York. Some guys by the name of, West Side Gun, Conway Machine, Benny the Butcher, I think you know those guys. They call themselves Griselda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tony De Niro as well, City Boy, Deanna Denise, that whole clique, man. Shout out to Town Lane, East North Street, Peach.
Word.
I mean, obviously, the musical lineage you have that you came from, coming out of Buffalo, of course, on the streets. Shout out to Sly Williams, free him. Of course, you're from Buffalo, representing Rick James. Billy Sheenan, legends from there, man.
Word.
Tell us about your journey, man.
Man, I'm just a young kid who got into music 13, 14, man. First album that got me into, music was Gangstar for a Clip, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the east side. Yeah, definitely, man. Coming from where I come from, man, I found something that keep me out of trouble, man, and I took, music in, man, and been partying ever since, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I began.
That's dope, man. Now, you mentioned Gangstar's Full Cliff album, one half, of the, of course, the greatest hits that they've done. Of course, the other half is the Mass Appeal compilation that they did. Shout out to DJ Premier, one of the best ever. Of course, rest in peace. Guru, Gifted, Unlimited Rhymes, Universal. When you listen to that album, of course, for any hip-hop head who knows their salt and their worth in the history of the game, Gangstar is definitely one of the best ever and one of the foundations of the modern hip-hop movement. When you say them specifically, what was it about them that endeared you to the culture and ultimately would help influence your path on where you're going now?
Man, just the hard beats and the rhymes, man. Guru, his voice, his smooth style, man, and Primo with the ill beats and the samples, man. That together, man, is just straight hip hop art, man. That is purest, man.
Yeah.
Purest.
Yeah. Who else influenced you as well outside of Gangstar?
Tupac, Dr. Dre, let's see, M.O.P., Cool G Rap. You know what I'm saying? Pete Rock, he's another one of my favorites, man. Ill producer as well. Big Pun.
Man.
Yeah, that's just to name a few, man.
Definitely. Obviously, with your influences and your favorites, it definitely suggests a strong sense of a sensibility to lyricism, which is one of the cornerstones of great hip-hop rap music. Obviously, when you name Cool G Rap, my personal favorite of all time, shout out to G-Rap John Connor. Of course, Big Pun. one of the greatest MCs ever. Breath Control was amazing. Of course, Tupac, one of the most influential. Dr. Dre, who most recently celebrated his 60th birthday, arguably the greatest producer ever.
Yeah.
M.O.P. Shout out to Billy Dance and Lil Fame, man. Two of the
Yeah.
most solid guys. Brooklyn!
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Brownsville.
Yes, sir.
Word. Dance, definitely. Shout out to Dance, man. He a real OG. I spoke to him too before, man. He's a solid dude, man.
Yes, he is. Got a chance to meet both of those guys. And their man, the Chatelays, and of course, rest in peace to Lady Fox.
Word,
Yes,
word. Most definitely, man.
Hey, you know what? In talking about your musical journey, man, and I'm reading about some of your bio. I want to know, how did you start discovering your style using the first ever beat machine called the Core SHX on 1? Because Lawrence Professor, he changed the game when he brought the SP1200. So with this beat machine here, like, what was it that totally made you figure out your whole style?
Well, the Core ESX1, that was like I basically took the EDM drum machine and made it into a hip hop drum machine, basically. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even no regular beat machine for this type of music. You know what I'm saying? I just turned it into it. You know what I'm saying? Then as the years went on, I started upgrading my equipment to, stuff like the ST1200, the MPC, stuff like that.
Definitely. And what was the process in terms of really being able to kind of figure out how to make it work in terms of where you ultimately will find your style fitting there?
Man, just samples, man, just finding the samples and then just making them how see fit and sound, just putting it together. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I do my thing and create what I create.
Absolutely. When you chose this endeavor, Skitso, what was it like in terms of actually sitting down writing rhymes? Because it's one thing for composition and then committing them to beats and then getting in the studio and then actually getting it to the streets. Tell us about that journey.
Okay, you repeat that again because your phone went out a little bit.
Yeah. So there's in terms of committing your rhymes to paper, there's always the committing it to the sheet and then to the music, getting into the studio and then getting it to the streets. What was that process like in terms of that trajectory of getting, really going full steam with it?
I mean, I just do what I do, man. It's not really no thing I just do. I just get in the zone, play music, and whenever I like the sample, I just get in the zone, man. Like, I have no specific, way of or how I create. I just do it, man. It just comes to me.
Got you.
And when you when you working with somebody like an artist, do you prefer them to be in the studio with you, or to get a better vibe of that?
I mean, it really don't even matter. Like, I do most of my work outside of the studio anyway. It really don't matter. It depends on the artist. I could do either or. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It don't matter to me.
Got you. When you look, thinking about that in terms of the game, what have you learned in the music industry in terms of what it takes to really commit yourself to it and then getting your product to the masses?
What I learned in the music industry, man, you just got to stay committed to what you're doing and, don't change for nobody. Just be you, man, and don't look for no validation. Just validate yourself, man, and just don't give up. Just keep going.
Yeah, especially with the business side of things, because believe it or not, the business part is the most dislikable part of the journey, because that what makes people want to just throw in the towel.
Yeah, I agree. You gotta do your homework in this game, man. It's 95% business and the other 5% is music, man. That's what I learned, coming into this especially OG. Shout out to OG Kokane for, taking me under his wing and being my mentor. I'm still learning the game. You know what I'm saying? He's teaching me a whole lot of stuff about the business side of things in this music industry. So you definitely gotta learn the business in this. You know what I'm saying? Without you knowing the business, man, you just set yourself up for failure, man.
Absolutely. Now, how was that link? How did you and Kokane end up linking up?
Well, we linked up, man. I reached out to him to hop on Well Connected for a hook and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we got the East Sides on it. We got it together, man. And we went out there and shot the video, man. And, from there, man, our, relationship just built from there. You know what I'm saying? And, things just he asked me, how I felt about being with the Budy Boy family, man. And we made it history, man. When I linked up, that's my family now.
Definitely, man. To be clicked up with a legend, of course, Kokane, Jerry Long, a good friend of ours. Shout out to the East Side's manager as well, Jazzy Rosa. Friends of ours. It's one thing for an artist to be able to come into a situation of being able to sign with a label. It's another thing to be able to sign with a legend. And it's another thing to be able to sign with a legend to where the circle is so tight and, concrete in terms of solidness. That's not something that is a common occurrence. What has that blessing been like to get that experience in terms of, a veteran like Kokane of over 35 years being in the industry, basically that has seen everything. And we also have to mention is the most featured rapper, hip-hop artist ever on songs with over 5,000 credited features. What has he taught you about the business and the longevity of it?
Man, it just taught me, man, you gotta work hard, man. He's a hard working man. You know what I'm saying? If you want to reach the type of, longevity he has, man, you gotta work hard every day. Every solitary single day. I talk to him, he working. So, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing that, man, you ain't gonna reach that. You just gotta work hard, man. And it's been a blessing, having him as a mentor in my life as well, man. I couldn't ask for nothing better.
Plus, what's dope. Because what's dope about Coke is this, man, is he going to come across as those guys, especially with a lot of veteran artists, they don't want to suppress the game from teaching, meaning that there's a lot of guys that have a lot of wisdom and a lot of game, but they don't want to give it to the person because they scared they're going to get outshined, so to speak. But see, Kokane, he'll give it to you regardless.
Yep. He's not like that. You know what I'm saying? He's not a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? Not at all.
Definitely. What has he also taught you in terms of separating your personal life from your professional? Of course, and being a dedicated father and husband. Shout out to his daughter, Anna Salon, who is tremendously talented as well. What has he taught you about being able to balance yourself and not getting lost in the industry and having that time being Skitso, in real life, in your personal life?
I mean, he just tell me, just trying to balance things out, take care of your family first, he big on the family thing. You know what I'm saying? I got a wife and kids, he got a wife and kids. He always telling me that family comes first. So handle the family first and then the music is secondary. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've been doing. I've been following, steps he been guiding me. You know what I'm saying? So ever since I've been following steps, man, been nothing but, success. He's a great mentor, man.
And that's some dope advice to share, because a lot of times people they can't really focus musically because the family business and the personal business ain't really taken care of. So you get that taken care of on the side, you can focus on making the best music, timeless music.
Yep. Definitely agree with you on that one. I'm saying he made my life better, man. That's all I can tell y'all, man. It's a blessing in disguise, man. know what I'm saying? I couldn't ask for a better teacher, man. For real.
Absolutely. What have you learned in this business in terms of just, from getting your music out there, doing the negotiations, videos, recording, distribution? Um, Obviously, it's a different time we live in terms of how the internet and how social media dictates the market. What have you found in terms of how you've been able to get your product out for people to listen?
Well, I'm still learning that, right now. You know what I'm saying? He's teaching me, we doing it the old fashioned way. We hitting the ground running, as he says. You know what I'm saying? We campaigning, going to these radio stations and being seen in person, doing interviews, podcasts. That's what he has taught me. So that's what I've been doing lately to, get out there.
Got you. In terms of interviewing and doing that, as you say, barnstorming, the Chitlin circuit, doing these interviews and such, do you think that's a lost art with a lot of artists in terms of getting out there and trying to get exposure, in terms of how they move, trying to get their name out there?
You mean as doing it the old school fashion way?
Yes, sir.
Um, yeah, I would say it is a lost art, because everybody think, you make a quick video and post it, think, you're going to get million views overnight. That's not always the case, man. You gotta put in that work, man. You gotta hit the ground running, man. You gotta campaign. Like you're doing a presidential campaign. It's the same thing. You gotta put yourself out there. That's what, OG had taught me. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to me.
Yeah, and I think from that wisdom that he imparted to you so accurately and genuinely, like you said, Skitso, King and myself were older. He's 41, I'm 47. So we kind of came from a different generation of where we read the magazines. Shout out to stores, Elliot Wilson, all those guys, Double XL.
Came up
We
with
watched
media
the
was media.
videos. Rap City, Video Music Box, MTV Raps. So we understood what it meant to where there was that simultaneous mix of media and influence. Because when you watch those shows, you saw the artists being interviewed as well. And it also was about having an organic base of the music getting to the people and letting the people decide what was good or not. Obviously, there was a different set of metrics back then. When you look at the presentation that artists have today, where a lot of them will resort to a lot of shenanigans more than real substance, what do you as an artist and as a man, above all, feel in terms of sometimes what we will just bluntly say is a clown show of how some artists try to promote themselves?
I mean, everybody got their own taste of things, man. This generation is different, man. I think they don't believe in the things, we believe in. You know what I'm saying? I'm young, but I'm not that young. I used to watch the MTVs, BETs, video box as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, these kids is lost. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same, man. The old fashioned way is always be the best way, man.
Yeah.
Interviews, all that. It's just the better. It's the better. People know you better. You know what I'm saying? Than just always on social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? That's just my take on it.
Yeah, speaking of which, man, I noticed too that your video Well Connected made BET Jams. What was that feeling like?
Man, that felt amazing, man. I'm like, yo, man, they really, they're messing with it, man. That's what's up, man. It made me happy, man. You know what I'm saying? It gave me like that early 2000s nostalgia feeling, man. Like that good feeling, that hot feeling, hot music, hot new music, man. You don't get that feeling these days like that. felt good, man.
Yeah, man. Like you said, there's a certain mystique and aura that came out back in the day, and obviously we're children of the culture. But when you look at how the game is, where it can be so oversaturated and everybody's trying to drop music at once, you can get a bit overwhelmed by that.
Yeah.
And we're never here to be those grumpy old, angry old men. We love the culture. We just want a lot of artists to come in. We want all artists to come in, rather, with a sense of originality, enthusiasm, and creativity that befits the culture, doing it justice. When you think about how you fit into it, how do you feel being able to contribute your art, because it is, into such a rich tapestry of culture that really can influence and inspire the next generation?
Man, just keep putting out, dope music, man. Just make sure your music don't sound as other people, man. Stand out, be different. Just keep making dope music. That's how I do it, man. I'm saying just try to make the dopest music I can. That don't sound the same as everybody else sound.
Yeah, everybody listen to that joint, man. They would probably think at first that you're a West Coast producer just by your range on the Connected song.
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, people were thinking that you would probably be a West Coast producer, considering how you incorporate that funk into the East Siders track. So that, so it's like a test of your versatility. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I've been getting that a lot, man. People been thinking I'm from the West Coast. Like, nah, man. I'm from Buffalo, New York, man. I'm a producer, man. I try to go all over the place with it. I don't just stay on one side of the tracks. I try to be everywhere with it.
But see, man, this what they say. They don't really do their history, because Rick James from Buffalo, he's one of the kings of the funk. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. It most definitely is, man. Super legend, man.
Man, what was it like growing up in Buffalo? For a lot of people that may not know.
I mean, it's rough, man. Especially when you're young and black and you're a male. You know what I'm saying? It's rough out here. It's kind of segregated as well. You know what I'm saying? But we getting by, man. It's a good city, man. But every city got their pros and cons and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's my home, man. I love it.
Definitely. So what the Bills have been able to do over the past 6-7 years plus, in terms of really making that ascent after going through, of course, back in the days in the 90s, the 4 straight Super Bowls, and then having the playoff drought, and then getting back with Josh Allen and so many other players. What has that done in terms of the city pride for really reemerging, bringing that from a sports perspective, bringing the spotlight back too?
Well, the city on fire right now. Even though we lost, man, we still Bills Mafia, man, all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? It's the electricity, the feeling here is it's amazing, man. With the Bills and stuff, man. We have a great support for our team here, man. Support system, man. So the city's loving them right now.
That's dope. When you think about where you're at right now, of course, Black Soprano family, of course, Griselda Records, shout out to Street Soprano as well, and Vicky Epps with Trust Nobody Music. You all are ushering a new wave in for the city in terms of showing that next generation that it is possible to make it happen, and representing the culture in such a firm and distinguished fashion. When you think about the work you still have to do, what would you tell artists out there in terms of when they're endeavoring in this business? What advice would you give them in terms of how to, handle themselves and what to expect?
Well, I tell them to learn the business first, man, before you get into it. Learn as much as you can and find you a solid team to hold you down, man, because you're going to need a team. You can't do this by yourself. It's impossible. You always need a team, man. And I'll tell them, stay away from the phonies, man. Keep your circle tight, and make dope art, man.
Absolutely. When you first started, Skitso, what was it like in terms of like did you do a lot of open mics? Was there mixtapes passed around? Or what was that like on the early stages of what you were doing?
With the early stages, man, it was just pretty much, me making little demos, just taking my style, trying to make my sound better. It was a lot of practicing with the beats, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
That was my main thing, is getting better with my beats over the years. Learning the samples, stretching samples, different techniques, to enhance my sampling. It's been a lot of that, mainly, affecting my craft.
Got you. Usually for artists, it's an element of trying to make their name in their hometown before they go national. And some tend to make it in other places before they make it in their hometown. How, from your experience with yourself and then watching artists move, which is more important, making it where you're from or then going outside and then making it and then coming back?
Man, just making it. Period, man. Like
Gotcha.
me, I'm more known outside of my town than in my town. I'm saying, like on the West Coast right now, like people know who I am right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Different. It's different for different people, man. But I feel as though it really don't even matter. Just dope sell itself. You got dope music, it's gonna sell itself. It don't matter if it's in your town or out of your town.
That's that.
Now, tell us about the compilation you got working on.
It's Asylum Volume 1. I got Royal Flush on there. I got Burner, Cormega, Christopher Williams on there. I got a joint I did with Project Patch. I got Styles P on there.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, man. I got El Camino on there as well. And Rock
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I did all the beats.
Dude.
Yeah.
Omega, El Camino, Royal Flush, who we had on the show, and Omega, who we're trying to get on the show. How did you get all these people?
Man, I just reaching out, man. I just reach out, man. Shout out to Corvette too, man. That's the OG, man. He another solid dude, man. He a good mentor as well, man. Word.
Burner as well. You're just running this off casually, and we're listening like.
Hey, he said it best. Dope sells itself.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. I had to send them some stuff before anything, and they was loving it, man. That's how we got the work done, man. They was liking the sound, man. They like the sound.
Man, that's dope, man. When we look at social media now, and how it works, especially when we're blessed to do a show like this, on one hand, when it's the best news, obviously it's dope because you're able to reach out directly to artists, whether IG, emails, whatever. Well, back in the day, you really had to know somebody who knew somebody who could get in touch with these people. Obviously, it's more facilitated with efficiency in terms of reaching out. Obviously, you made your imprint and you're still making that impression. what do artists have to understand when they're reaching out to established artists of a major stature in terms of trying to work and having their work in order to make sure that what they present is, presentable?
Man, you reach out, man. Just to make sure you good, man. Make sure your art is dope. Don't reach out on some. You can't cuss on here, can you?
No, you can. No.
Don't reach out on no dickhead shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, especially old school cats, they don't want to be bothered with that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? None of that young madness, retarded shit. They're not with that. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple tell me that themselves. You know what I'm saying? Just be you and just be genuine, man. Just be you. You know what I'm saying? And they might work with you. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how you approach them. I approach with all respect, man. I got respect for the OGs. You know what I'm saying? So, just approach with respect, man.
Also as well, Skitso, how have you been able? Obviously, you're very, good-natured, very, very, very even-tempered, even-keeled. What is your opinion in terms of where a lot of artists, because what you said is paramount about coming in and obviously expressing and bringing positive energy to whoever you come in contact with. We see, unfortunately, a dramatic turn in the culture for the worse, where we have a lot of artists who are overly engaging and disrespectful of other artists, and some getting killed behind it. What are your feelings in terms of this younger generation of artists coming in, what they need to do in terms of spinning the tide and how they change their presentation?
Man, the younger generation, man, they out of control, man. They need to just have respect for the elders, man. If it wasn't for the elders, it wouldn't be no hip hop, period. They should, I believe in you should be a student at this first before you even try to approach to even be an artist. You need to be a student in the game first. You know what I'm saying? I was a student before any of this. That's what's missing. Not a lot of these kids, they're not students. They don't know about the OGs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they just need to, stop all this madness, man. Have respect for the OGs, man. You know what I'm saying? They paved the way, man. So respect.
Yeah, and I think that's the issue that's going on right now, especially with what we said about the internet and how it facilitates efficiency, is that you've got a lot of artists jumping in who, what has been reiterated again is the business aspect, but it's also about presentation as a person.
Yeah.
When you come in, you definitely, art is subjective, so not everybody's going to like your music, but they can like the person you are, and that will take you further. And some of these artists come in with such an abrasive, brash, and even asshole mentality that totally sabotages everything they're trying to do and is the antithesis of professionalism. But what is more disturbing is some of them openly embrace that type of ignorance, in terms of a deliberate defiance of, what we do in polite society. And we know the streets are savage, so we're not trying to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
But there's also a means of how you come across respectful. And some of these dudes, they just come in like, like they just not only they confidently declaring it, which you should have confidence in it. They disrespected other niggas in the process, like fuck your crew, fuck the fuck your dead mama, fuck the dead homies, and it's like, keep playing out there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I try not to be around them type of people. I don't even want that around me, man. You know what I'm saying? These, like I said, they have no respect, man. It's sad. It's sad for the culture. You know what I'm saying? It need to be cleaned up, man. OGs need to get together and do some house cleaning, man.
Yeah. So in terms of how you've been making your moves media-wise, how's it been in terms of doing your media tours and talking to other people? Who else have you been able to really reach out to as well in terms of having sit-downs with?
Well, I still gotta reach out. I'm still waiting on some stuff from Jadakiss as well. We supposed to be getting a verse from him.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. A couple people still, I'm still waiting on. Word back. OG, hopefully, he already said he gonna talk to, a couple people for me, so we can make it happen a little quicker. Just a couple people. That's it, man. Then, the album is almost completed. Then, ready to drop.
Man, that's what it is. I mean, look, this is the top 5 dead or alive, but that's just off one LP with a legendary versus presence. I mean, man.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about the showmanship in the game, what does it mean to, as a performer, as an artist, to still have a dope stage show to really get the crowd hyped and engaged?
Can you repeat that one more time? Your phone.
Yeah. What does it mean in terms of being an artist and a performer to be able to have a show that keeps the audience hyped and engaged in terms of really bringing a very live presence to your performance?
It means a lot, man. It means a lot. You gotta keep the people in tune. You gotta keep them excited, man. It means a lot, especially stage presence and stuff, man. That means a lot. I gotta up my stage presence a little more, man. I'm getting there, but I'm still working. But it means a lot, man. Especially for the fans that come to see you. Know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's a matter of just giving back to your base that invest in you.
Can you repeat that?
It's just about giving back to the people that invest in you already.
Yup. Exactly.
Absolutely. So your name's Skitso. How did you come up with that?
Man, because like I told you earlier, man, I be making beats all over the place, man. East, west, south. I'm like, yo, I'm doing this, man. I might as well get myself a good name. Came up with Skitso, man. I've been rolling with it ever since.
Absolutely.
Yeah, plus it makes you stand out too. You always gotta get something to stand out. There's too many littles in the game.
It definitely is.
Man, look, we need to grow. We need the adult shit. We don't need the kiddie shit.
For real, man. Word.
Well, when you think about how obviously you have different influences, so obviously you named some of your East Coast influences and even your West Coast with Drake. Who are some of your down south influences in terms of some of the production?
You said on the productions?
Yeah.
Zaytoven, man.
Yeah.
Zayto, he's like the down south DJ Premier to me, man.
Yeah.
Like he got his own sound, man. Like Drummer Boy is another one. DJ Toon, Lil Jon.
Yeah.
I like DJ Paul.
Yeah.
3-6 Mafia. Yeah. DJ Paul, man. He another one. Yeah, man. That's pretty much it, man.
When you mentioned Zaytoven, and I know the niggas still don't like each other, but I still think about that So Icy with Jeezy and Gucci.
Yeah.
And man, I mean, that's still one of the dopest tracks I've ever heard, man. I mean, shout out to Snowman and CTE, Orsini, Snoop 11, Stone, Sheldon, the whole crew, man. DJ Ace, all my guys with the crew, man. I mean, but that when you mentioned that Skitso, of course, with Zaytoven, Shorty Red, DJ Tone, DJ Paul.
Yeah, I forgot about Shorty Red. That's my nigga, man, too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Especially in that mid-2000s, when, of course, because Lil Jon by then had already been well established before.
Yeah.
When you saw that mid-2000s with that influx, what type of energy did you feel seeing that what some would say was the second wave generation of the Southern sound putting it down?
So what type of energy I felt then?
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy, man. crazy. So like I said, especially Jay Tobin beats, man. It's just beats just do something to you, man. Some joints be hard, man. It was amazing energy back then, man. Definitely.
Yeah, that it was. Think about that whole time. And not only the fact that the seismic impact of culture defining art that they made that was audio, put in audio form. When you look at all those artists that came during that time, when you saw Jeezy, T.I., Gucci, Wayne, I mean, you can't forget Manny Fresh.
Oh yeah. Definitely Manny Fresh, man. I can't forget about him.
I mean, you know, when you think about that era, that really, you know, kind of brought another level in. I mean, it shows that the sound is universal because it reaches everybody, and then everybody has their different spin on it. But it also shows that at the very best, the culture does unite. Outside of the people that you've already named, that they are notable and legendary simultaneously, who else is out there that you have not worked with that you want to work with?
Battle Cat. I definitely want to do some stuff for Battle Cat, man. Yeah, man. He's one of my favorites, man, as well. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely one of my favorites, man. Top. DJ Quick is another one I would love to do some work with.
Man.
You know? It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
Oh yeah.
Look, I mean, you put it out there like LeVar Ball, speak it into existence, man. I'm still listening to that DJ Quick Rosecrans album, and God knows. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, even his new
bad boy, man. He's definitely a bad boy.
Yeah.
I love to work with him, man. You know, Dre. I love to work with Dre. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That's about it, man.
Who do you see on the West Coast coming up that's really like getting your ear in terms of who's got next out?
As an artist?
Yes, sir.
Doggy Style.
Man, yo, like, man, Doggy Style is like that dude.
yeah, he hard. Yeah, he hard. I fuck with him. That's my man. Definitely. I'm gonna get something done with him too as well.
Facts.
He is like, and to watch his growth, I've been on Doggy Style for the past probably 5-6 years, you know, and just watching him really come up, you know, it's like that dude is like really like moving, man, and he's a testament, you know, of how you're able to really, you know, I mean, it's like, I guess when we look at it from the perspective of everybody's local where they come from, you see the trajectory that Nip was on representing Los Angeles from 60. You know, you see what Mitchie Slick did. Shout out to Ron Kine, CJ, and all them down in San Diego. And you see how they were, you know, how these guys were local and then really began to, you know, from that side, really begin to move.
Yep.
And it's just all about being able to, representing San Bernardino, man. I mean, like, that dude has, like, really put on for his city.
He been putting on the turf.
Yeah, definitely. He putting on for the West, man, the whole West, man.
Man, shout out to the 909.
Yeah, him and Inhale, Nate Dogg's son. Him and Inhale, Nate Dogg's son.
Said Nate Dogg's son?
Yeah, Inhale, yeah.
Yeah. I heard some stuff from him. Yo, he nice too. Definitely nice.
I mean, when you look at guys like, of course, G. Perico, Cam and China, of course, Ivory, you know, just so many. I mean, up in the Bay when you got Kamaya, you got CSO Doja. The West is like active right now. They really getting it.
Yeah, it is, man. Definitely is, man. I'm glad for them, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get their time to shine, you know?
Yeah, and the last, We about to wrap it up in a couple minutes, man. But you know, as we talking about the West Coast, what you think about the Super Bowl performance from Kendrick?
Man, he bodied it, man. It was amazing, man.
Absolutely.
Everybody, you know, you already know who hating on him, man. I ain't gotta tell y'all.
Yeah.
You know, they will never understand our way of living. You know what I'm saying? You know, they talking about it, but he did his thing, man. I don't care what nobody say. Straight up. Straight up.
Our experience is best told, and for everybody that saw the Super Bowl, his halftime show and looked at the symbolism of it, you know, it was really about what it was for our experiences growing up in the hood. And he expressed it.
Yep.
You know, the symbolism was deep. When you look at what Kendrick did, Skitso, being part of one of the, we just got to say it, he emerged victorious in one of the greatest rap battles in history.
Yeah.
And not only was he victorious, he had a song that essentially, in a matter of after we let it marinate like a good steak on the grill or, you know, humming in the oven, pretty much after Not Like Us really hit for about what would you say, Keen, about a week or sooner than that when Not Like Us really became like an instant classic.
Mm-hmm.
The man turned the disc record to a bop. You never heard nothing like that.
He definitely did.
I mean, this man created literally a culturally iconic song.
Yeah, he did, man. I don't think nobody done it like that, man. And I think that's the only disc record that probably did that, man. I'm gonna just keep it real, man.
I mean, that's traumatizing to me, man. If I'm going against somebody like that, like damn. And it's original too. It's not like they took a club sample or they rapped over 50 cents in the club or some classic. He took some on his own.
Mm-hmm.
You can't like
straight body them. Straight body that boy.
And they get back. I'm like, hey, look, he might as well have involved the law because man, he ain't coming back.
Look, Drizzy Glazers still don't understand.
It's over.
Even though I mean, look, y'all should let it drip from y'all. Look, y'all let it drip from y'all jaws. Gotta let all y'all know. Kendrick hit him with the lyrical pause.
I mean, come on, guys. I'm like, this been over since May. I'm like, why are we still here? We're just reading the rights here.
Look, yellow tape, white chalk.
Bring it all out.
Yeah, I mean, look,
like, come on here.
On the dialogue. Kendrick just straight brought look, Kendrick was like, man, look, we're telling her Judas Priest, breaking the law.
Like, seriously. I'm like, I just argue with, I just, go back and forth with them for good faith because, sometimes you get bored at work, but I'm like, you guys can't be that delusional. This was a clean sweep. Compton 4, Canada 0.
Look, shout out to our Canada brothers and sisters north of the border from the city.
They didn't even say he lost.
Word, man.
When you think about that battle, Skitso, in terms of what it was, and obviously it's great fodder for the comedy, of which there's abundant jokes. Shout out to our white cousin Will Ferrell for what they did on Saturday Night Live, because that was hilarious as hell too.
Yeah.
We saw the situation with Drake and Kendrick, and of course it was a lyrical back and forth. But obviously we never saw any threat of real violence coming from it. Obviously Drake's
it's too much money involved, brother.
Yeah.
There's too much money involved for them to get harmed.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely too much money.
Yeah. But what would you say to artists today that have issues and how they handle it on wax in terms of taking it to the streets?
I mean, this is a good example. You know what I'm saying? To learn from and see. This is how you battle.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly how you do it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just take heed, man. You ain't got to take it to the streets.
Big facts, man.
Yep.
But yeah, man. But you know we about to wrap this up, man. You care to give anybody any shout outs?
Yeah, man. We get shout out to OG Kokane, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the OG, man. Shout out to Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Jay, man. You know, shout out to my wife and kids, man.
Absolutely. Skitso, this has been absolutely amazing and enjoyable. We thank you so much for your time, for your wisdom, you know, and sitting down with us. We appreciate you. And you're welcome back anytime.
Appreciate y'all as well, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man.
No doubt,
You're
man.
very welcome.
So yeah, on that note, we about to sign up out of here, man. Big thank you to the big homie Kokane for making this happen. We'll be conducting more interviews down the line with the Buddy Boy roster, cause we're family and all. So stay tuned. We come in the StreamYard.
Absolutely.
Okay. I got y'all, man.
All right.
And we out.
All right. God bless.
God bless, man. Thank you again.
You too.